Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Just Say Discord. I have no pants. And with me as always is Rimshee and Sir. And Scott's here too.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Hello.
We're all here.
We all exist. Somehow.
No. I've had a rough week. Got kicked out of a comedy club. Temporarily, maybe. I don't know yet.
And that was the easier of the two to stomach.
Yeah. Shout out to my buddy Joel. Going through a rough time. I'm not going to make it super public, but yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. I celebrated an early Thanksgiving last night. Ate more food than I probably should have. And then woke up today and went to do some plasma donation. Because I need money.
The company I work for, we had like a little company lunch. We do like there's like a quarterly company lunch. And they gave everybody mounts. We make phone mounts. And they gave everybody one.
Oh.
It's a suction cup one. More for a car. I don't have a car. And it's also a wireless charging one. My phone does not support wireless charging, so it's absolutely useless to me.
As of right now. Just think about it this way, when you start doing VTubing.
So you're saying this is going to turn into a giveaway stream?
It might. I don't know. No, because I don't want to go to the post office to ship something. The post office is like way fucking over there. It's a pain in the ass to get to.
Well, mostly because you walk. You don't have a car.
Yeah, I don't have a car.
Which is the problem in the first place.
Like, mine's not that far away. It's like a pretty short drive, but I just don't like going to the fucking post office.
Anytime I get my mail, I have to go to the post office because I'm in a small enough community that by law, the post office doesn't have to deliver house to house.
Yeah, the town I grew up in, everybody just had a P.O. box.
I'm still waiting.
I pay for a P.O. box. But I oftentimes don't get stuff delivered to the P.O. box address. I usually get it delivered. Pick that nose. I usually get it delivered straight to the house, and then it just stops at the post office because, hey, if it's FedEx or UPS, it does come to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of got stuck with something that I'm going to have to give to somebody else at some point. Basically, used to be friend that I'm no longer in contact with made a purchase while they were here, and it's still sitting in my closet, and I have no use or desire for it, so...
What is it, a vibrator?
It's a remote-controlled car.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Dina and I were talking about her the other night.
She bought 3 of them while she was here, and I ended up shipping 2 of them to her, but now I'm just stuck with this other one. I'm probably going to give it to my nephew. I need to take it out of the box and test to see if it still works at some point.
Yeah, well, Christmas is around the corner, so perfect.
He's
Worst case scenario
right now.
Worst case scenario would be you need new batteries, and that'd be about it.
Yeah.
So sire, about that.
I'm not sire.
Yeah,
Sir,
this is
I'm
sir.
sorry, forgive me.
Yeah, he's not a landed lord.
Oh, you got one too?
I have one too, yeah, I have a remote control car as well.
Oh.
Via
Forgive
the
me
same
for my
person?
faux pas. I will not do it again. Good sir.
At least you don't fuck up and call me Siri like Pop does.
Yeah.
No, I'm old and forgetful. Just chalk it off to that.
Yeah,
He
Pop
just has anal
words
dementia.
words I can't say.
Yeah, I have anal dementia. It starts from the anus and it slowly moves up to your brain, and the closer it gets, the worse it becomes. It's terrible.
Oh, did you guys hear about the Chinese stating that they have found a 100% successful surgical cure for Alzheimer's?
No, I did
Interesting.
not hear about that.
I saw it on another server. Hold on, let me
How
let
is
me go
that?
find
Did
it.
they just execute him?
I was gonna say, did you just cut the spinal cord? Like, eh.
Yeah, it's a tweet. Here, let me.
Of course.
Yeah, it's also China, so keep in mind it's China.
The Great China. The only thing I heard about China recently is that they got caught cutting undersea internet cables.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here. Let's go through this real quick. Since I brought it up, I'll go ahead and read it. This is according to China, or some news agency in China. China has developed a surgical cure for Alzheimer's. China successfully invented a surgery for curing Alzheimer's disease, known as LVA surgery. It is performed on neck lymphatics. So far, there have been 42 clinical trials. All have been successful. LVA surgery, otherwise known as deep cervical lymphatic venous anastomosis. Anastomosis surgery was performed on a 76-year-old man with moderate Alzheimer's disease. His symptoms were significantly improved. The follow-up results 2 months after the operation showed that the old man not only had a significant recovery in memory, but also could communicate normally with others. The theoretical basis of deep cervical, of that long-ass name, is the abnormal accumulation of whatever the fuck protein this is. An abnormal of tau protein in the brain, which are two important causes of Alzheimer's disease. The operation uses super microsurgery technology to shunt the lymphatic circuit. Okay, so here there are a couple of things here. Like, right here, right in this here, there are several issues that I see with this. Red flags. First off, it's China making the claim, which, you know what? It could be true. China could be telling the truth, but it's China. They're not known for telling the truth. On top of that, they're making a claim that it's 100% successful.
And they only have 75 test subjects or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 70, or excuse me, 42.
Yeah. Anything that claims that it's been 100% successful in early clinical trials should be subject to extra scrutiny, extreme scrutiny. So we've got China's reporting it, which, like, that's not a end-all for this, but it's... They've put out shit that's turned out to be full of shit.
China is asshole.
Exactly.
Oh. Speaking of medical stuff and red flags, I talked to my mom recently, and she was asking, like, so what have you guys found about that, this thing that I'm involved in?
Effing good.
Well,
Mom
for
Jables.
one, the doctor that you referenced to me, none of the schools that she went to are accredited. She's like, what? Yeah. And then she was like, how did you find out what school she went to? It's on her Facebook. She's like,
Yeah,
oh.
she's kind of dumb.
Yeah, my mom was just like, oh. Okay, so I think I sparked a little bit of a
Questioning.
curiosity and maybe skepticism. In that.
Yeah, that's not even the worst thing either.
Yeah, and then I told her, like, we found like 18 red flags the first time we went over the website, just on the homepage, that it's a scam. Like, I told her about that. She's like, oh, okay. That was the second thing. I told her the first one was like, this doctor that you're saying that's this naturopath, none of the schools that she went to are accredited.
But yeah, quickly back.
I told her about our red flag count, and she's like, oh, okay.
But yeah,
But
quickly
if you're
back to
playing at
this.
home, naturopath is also a red flag.
Yeah. Quickly back to this, though. Yeah, we've got China, full of shit. The study is apparently 100% successful. That alone warrants extra scrutiny. And then on top of that, we don't fully understand Alzheimer's. Or Alzheimer's.
This is a tweet. That's another red flag.
Yeah.
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 Also, it's just like,
That's
just
red
the methodology. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know anything about the human body really, but I fail to see how fucking around with the lymph nodes in your neck affects plaque formation in Alzheimer's in any way.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
isn't
fair,
Alzheimer's
this could
more
be...
about, like, Isn't Alzheimer's more about, like, failed connections in the brain and stuff? Like, certain things aren't firing off properly.
Well, one of the
Is it,
main
like,
things with
connections?
Alzheimer's is like these plaques start to form on the brain, and that's what interrupts the connections and causes shit to die.
Oh, okay.
Like, we don't fully understand it. The study was done and is being reported by China, and it's allegedly 100% successful. Those three things right there are signs that you really need to peer fucking review this shit. Like,
Yeah.
in all
Like,
honesty, it could
I was
turn
gonna
out, it
say-
could absolutely turn out that this is a 100% on point thing, that it's above board 100%, and China just came up with a miracle cure for Alzheimer's. I ain't gonna fucking believe it. I ain't gonna fucking believe it until it's actually proven and peer-reviewed to hell.
I mean, they were able to
Yeah.
germinate a seed on the dark side of the moon, so...
A great wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the main, like, progress, the main area of study for Alzheimer's here in the West has been development of medications that can be given to people who are in high-risk groups, like, early on to help prevent the formation of the plaques in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying
That's
to.
It's kind of been the main point of study here in the West regarding Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, and, like... I am, potentially predisposed to get Alzheimer's. So if I start going crazy, Put a microphone in front of me, because I'm gonna say some
More
wacky
crazy.
shit.
You know, I'm having difficulty right now. I'm trying to figure out
Oh, sorry, Bo Burnham. What are you
what for. You know, I'm trying to figure out what the FDA criteria for passing something is right now. Versus
doing? Depends on what it is.
Yeah, what their numbers were.
If it's a supplement, it's nothing. It just has to be food safe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank you.
That's another
Congress.
little tip to you, Mom. If it's just a supplement, doesn't have to go through FDA approval.
Yeah, someone else might be doing the same thing, Vampire. Who knows?
So, what's the first major thing we want to talk about?
Well, we could talk about that short film.
I'd rather talk about nuclear energy. Felt like we were getting on a roll with that before the show.
I can definitely pick that conversation up again. But
Yeah, we could.
seeing as how Scup just watched it before the show, and I don't know how long you'll be with us.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna pull up the YouTube video. We're not gonna play it, but I'm gonna pull it up so people can see.
You should link it, because it's an unlisted video.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like,
unlisted,
Um,
so you should link that.
Yeah, it's not like finding.
Alright, cool. I am copying and I'm putting it in the description.
So, going on a week ago now, this video was released unlisted on YouTube. It's called 7658. No, it's called 765874 Unification. It's a short film made by a YouTuber named Otoy.
Mhm.
And what it is a combination of CGI and like de-aging technology and stuff like that.
And AI.
And it's a Star Trek short film.
No.
And the basic plot of it is it's Kirk's journey into the afterlife. And I will admit up front, I fucking ugly cried.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
I thought it was incredibly moving and beautiful.
a huge factor in it that I will mention is they do a fuck ton with expressing intent and emotion through without a single fucking word. I think there's one line in the entire thing, and it's a pre-recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no dialogue in this. Everything is
And it
conveyed through gestures and facial expressions.
Yeah. I thought it was really sweet.
It's fucking incredible. Like, I remember watching it the first time going, I wonder who the fuck they got to play Shatner, because that looks just like him. It hadn't fully clicked that they were using de-aging, because I figured it was some fan short film. I wasn't even thinking about it being a showcase of
William
tech.
Shatner in this?
Shatner did participate in this, yes.
Okay. I thought it was AI based. I thought a lot of it was AI based on like some of the movements and stuff.
Yeah, he participated in this. He gave it his blessing. It was also given the blessing by the Nimoy estate.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think Nimoy would have enjoyed it just on his own, too. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fucking amazing short film.
Yeah, I saw some people commenting about it, and I have to agree. This is the first time, I think, since, at least for me, since like Deep Space Nine went off the air, that I've seen something related to Star Trek that actually captures what I feel Star Trek is.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I don't know if I agree yet. I have to think about it.
Well, I'm comparing it to like, like the later Next Generation movies, the Abrams
I'm gonna
movies, and whatever.
Real
the
quick,
fuck
I'm gonna
they're
skip
not
around a
telling
bit so that we
stories
have some images.
Oh yeah, some visual context
Mhm.
for the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, like, one thing that hit me pretty early was I was not expecting Robin to be in this.
Oh yeah.
Like, when Kurt, I'm like, holy fuck, that's Savick. What?
Yeah, Rimshee, also feel free to like play some of it because the music has a big part of it.
I want people to watch it. I don't want to.
Yeah, but you can tease them a little.
The fact that you also have Sarek standing behind her, he was there as well.
That's a good portion.
I mean, case in point.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a Star Trek fan, click the link, go watch it. It's,
Oh, absolutely.
Just watch it.
It feels like Shatner's kind of saying goodbye. Like he knows
Yeah,
his
I
time
think
is
so.
limited.
And really, I think this is a much more fitting send-off for James Kirk than what the end of Generations was.
Yeah.
But if they never do anything else with Captain Kirk again after this, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'd be fine too. Yeah. Alright, Rimshee, now you've shown too much stuff.
Yeah, I'm deliberately not talking about the ending, because that's kind of like the biggest, like, that's the main point of the entire short film, is like that last bit. But, oh man, I was not okay. I was not okay.
Even re-seeing it after I just watched it, I'm like, I got tears in my eyes. Like,
Yeah,
real
it's
ones.
worth watching. It's absolutely worth watching.
And the thing is, like, I had no idea that this was even a thing, or that it was going to be coming out, until, like, I saw a Critical Drinker had made a video on it, and I'm like, wait, what? There's a Star Trek? A new Star Trek thing? With Kirk? What?
Yeah.
So I should watch it before I watch Drinker's video on it. As I bawled my eyes out. And then
I need to watch I need to watch Drinker's video on it now.
You do. Like, it's not very long. It's only like 7 minutes, a little less than 7 minutes, I think. But by the end of it, you can tell that even Drinker, like, he's having to compose himself as he's reading his script for the video.
Because of how much he's remembering it. Like, I was feeling it just seeing these little scenes and talking about it.
Yeah,
I'm having to eat a little to keep myself composed.
As a fan project, this is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it looks really good. Could you send me a link to Drinker's video about it, by the way, sir?
Yeah, I can find it real quick. Just gotta get on the YouTube.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, though. It was absolutely.
The title
It was stunning.
The Star Trek Unification.
I mean, his
crying,
fucking
you're crying.
yeah, the fucking title is I'm not.
Drop this in live show.
Yeah,
real
your
quick.
audio cut out, Rimshee.
No, I stopped.
Oh, okay. Anywho.
Okay, let's real quick. Are there any like solid Thanksgiving movies you can think of? Not like Christmas movies that you'll watch during Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving movies.
There's a few rom-coms.
And I'm not talking horror movies.
I said rom-coms.
Yeah, well, I'm just because I just did a Google search and
Yeah,
a couple horror movies popped up, so I was just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I was going to, right before you said that, I was going to throw out Thanksgiving. But, you know, you kind of...
What if you were to just watch chicken run and pretend they were turkeys?
My go-to Thanksgiving movie is always Nightmare Before Christmas, because Thanksgiving's right in between the two.
But that's kind of the point. Christmas has dedicated movies. Halloween has dedicated movies. There's Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a split between Halloween and Christmas. There aren't that many like dedicated Thanksgiving movies.
Well,
there are some that exist, but they're not common.
They're not established as Thanksgiving movies, but it's a common trope in rom-coms. Like there was one that Ashton Kutcher was in. He was in a relationship with a black girl, and he was going to go meet her parents and her family for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's
I forget what the name of the movie was.
Yeah, I forget the name too.
I actually just thought about it, and it's like the point of the movie itself isn't about Thanksgiving, but there is a pretty big scene in the movie that takes place over a Thanksgiving dinner, and that's a Scent of a Woman.
But kind of my point is that,
film, by the way,
most of these movies either just happen to take place during Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving is it takes up one of the scenes or something like that. But it's never like a dedicated Thanksgiving movie like you'd see for a Thanksgiving movie or Christmas movie.
Yeah, well, Thanksgiving is always the point of why the entire family is there. You know, it's
you got a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, but they had a special for just about everything.
Yeah, that's I would not include that. Hey Han, What was that one movie that you say is a very Thanksgiving Day movie? Home for the Holidays is it's a Jodie Foster movie, but it's the wife at least considers it very much a Thanksgiving movie.
Sounds more like a Christmas movie.
It does, but apparently it's Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it takes place during Thanksgiving, so. I guess there's another one by the same name that's also a Christmas movie, so who knows?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of rom-coms that just, like, one of the main characters is bringing their significant other to meet the family over Thanksgiving. You know. Which, honestly, not a terrible idea for a way to meet the family. Because there's no pressure. You might have to help cook or do dishes, but other than that, like, you just... Thanksgiving is just a family time holiday.
Yeah, it is, but it just feels like it gets left behind in the media a bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because I'm already seeing Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the joke going around of the Black Friday Accords and Christmas not abiding by them.
Yeah.
Because Halloween is done, and suddenly it's Christmas, but we still have to get through Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw this meme. You know those inflatable lawn decorations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those, I like, individually, I got no issue with those up until you make it your entire yard decorations. Like, if you've seen... Oh, fuck, what was that,
I'm just gonna cut you off right there, because that's not the fucking point of this.
Yeah. Go for it.
But basically, it's a picture of these two inflatable lawn decorations. One of them's a turkey, and it's sitting on top of an inflated Santa decoration.
Yeah.
And it's got a sign next to it that says, "Wait your turn, fat boy."
Yeah, nice. I dig it. I do like the inflatable lawn decorations, though. We had a few growing up. We had, like, a Christmas tree. We'd put on one side, Santa that we'd put on the other. And then we had, like, those, like, metal cage reindeer that had the Christmas lights all over them.
Yeah.
We had a few of those that we would place out. Our identity wasn't putting out, like, a shit ton of those. It was, we had two. And then we did, like, a lot of other stuff. My dad's birthday is on Veterans Day. And my dad loves decorating for Christmas. And one thing that my grandparents always did for him was they would give him a new Christmas decoration on his birthday every year. So it was like something that he could put up and stuff, like whether it was like some sort of Christmas themed train set, or we had this cool one where it was instead of a train set, it was these little just like these kids riding sleds, and they would just like shoot down this thing, and because of the wheels, you know, they'd circle all the way back around, and then they'd get hooked up and brought back up. It's kind of like a roller coaster. It was super cool.
Yeah, I think one of the best Christmas presents I ever got my mom was a Christmas decoration, actually.
Oh, I will say this, though. There is such thing as too many inflatables. Like,
There is.
I mean, case in point, this person's entire decorating scheme is inflatables.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Inflatables are but I'm trying to remember what that one movie was.
Their accent's
with,
not the main show.
Exactly.
Or they're supposed to draw the attention for everything else you got going on. Like, we always had a bunch of shit going on. One of my favorite Christmas decorations that my parents have. I'm calling dibs now in the will, by the way, Katie and Jen, my sisters. They have like this little marching band lined up, and it's just everybody in the entire group has like a little mallet, and they have 2 real bells on each side of them, and they're all programmed to hit the bells at certain points, and they play like real music hitting real bells. It's super cool.
Well, that sounds neat as hell.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find a video of one.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the Amazon Prime movie with Eddie Murphy in it, Candy Cane Lane, yeah, the neighbor across the street from Eddie Murphy's character has way too many inflatables. Fuck that.
Yeah, so you can have a inflatable as like as Jay will say, like an eye catcher to like draw you into everything else.
Yeah, it's an accent or an eye catcher. It's either the centerpiece or the accent. You can't have it be your only decorating motif.
Also, like, it doesn't matter like how good like your power flow is, or like what kind of pumps that you're using. They're fucking noisy.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, actually, they can be pretty quiet.
No, the ones that we had weren't that noisy.
Yeah, they can be pretty quiet if you get the right type of pump. For example, the in-laws got me a riding dinosaur inflatable costume thing. That fan was really quiet.
Oh yeah, I love seeing the inflatable costumes on Halloween now. I had an Among Us this year.
Alright, yeah, Rimshee, I'm gonna send you a video. And for you, certain Scup, I'm gonna post it in the live show.
Alright then.
Alright.
Yeah, so yeah, my parents have this set up. We place them around in different ways. We don't just cloud them all together like this. This seems insane. We like set them across like a mantle place or like a windowsill or something. So they used to sit on top of our piano.
Yeah, those are really nice. 1992. This is the year after I was born.
And their little hats light up too when they go to strike and stuff. Super cute. I love them.
Nice.
Yeah, you could see Santa's hat light up but the rest of these guys not so much. And I think it's just
they're
this
too well lit.
video.
Yeah, it's just the lighting, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
yeah,
don't think it's.
Like,
those are my favorite one. They play like 7 to 10 songs. But you can just like keep them going all day. They're a lot louder than you think, so you don't want them to go all day necessarily. But it's cool that this little animatronic is playing an actual instrument and doing all the dings and stuff. Like I don't know.
It's a little.
I really love it.
Logic controller.
Huh?
you guys ever have a favorite Christmas ornament?
Oh,
I do. It's a little Star Trek version 1 shuttle, and it's got Spock going. Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Spock here.
fuck it.
Happy holidays.
Holidays.
Live long and prosper.
My
have
aunt and
that
uncle had one of those.
My parents have that same one. that was going to be my answer.
Funnily enough, mine is also a Star Trek one.
I got all the ships, man. Like all of them.
I had a lineup. I had a light up. Well, I still have it. My sister has it. She puts it on her trees now. But it's a light up Romulan Diderics class warbird. It's very nice.
Is it the one with the light bulb plug? So you like take a light bulb out of your Christmas tree lights and you plug it in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I got that same one.
Nice. What about you, Rimshee? Because the three of us seem to have pretty much the same answer.
I'm trying to think of all the ornaments.
Oh wait, scratch that. I take it back. My real favorite one is the one of a picture of me as a baby with my mom. No.
Yeah.
No, that Shuttlecraft Enterprise one is way too fucking cool.
My second favorite one is another one where like you can light it up, like it plugs into the Christmas tree lights and lights up. And it's like this little airplane, and it's got Santa at the controls, and all of his reindeer are in the seats behind him.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I have to say my favorite is this ornament of a bear in fly fishing gear with a fly fishing pole. As dumb as that sounds.
Nah, knowing what I know
No.
about you, that tracked.
So
Oh.
you guys know me.
No, actually, Rimshee, you just reminded me of an ornament. Totally forgot about it. I call him Fishing Santa. It was a little Santa Claus that you put on the tree, and you do plug it into one of the spots for the lights, and it's just Santa Claus with a fishing pole, and there's a little present on the side of it, and he just like reels it up and down.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that one's super cool. As far as ornaments go. As far as decorations go. Oh, by the way, with those ringing bell guys, when you store them throughout the year, sometimes things get a little warped, so you have to kind of bend the bells into the proper place so that they hit properly sometimes. It's a very meticulous process.
No, that as is tradition.
Yeah. No, that became my job when I was like 7. No. You have to tune the bell.
We had an ice skating rink. You know, like the little town, all the little light up houses.
Oh yeah, we had one of those too. Yeah.
It was like an ice skating rink, and it had like motorized magnets underneath it, and you put the little people on the magnets, and then they'd ice skate.
Oh, we didn't have that. That's fucking awesome.
I was pretty bougie growing up as a kid, as some of you may know. So like, are you familiar with Orsfors, Sweden?
No.
It's a company that like makes crystal glassware, like wine goblets and shit out of crystal. And they made an ornament every year. So from when I was born, the year I was born, to the year I was 21, I have an Orsfors crystal ornament with the date etched on it. Which they're fucking beautiful ornaments. I just, if it were me, I probably wouldn't have spent that kind of money on something like that. But it's a beautiful thing. When I have my Christmas tree, it's gonna be badass. And you know what else I have that are badass from Christmas time? Did any of you ever have bubble lights?
Bubble lights?
Yeah, it's like a glass tube. Here, let me turn my crap on so you can see what I'm talking about. It's like a glass tube atop a light bulb. So the light bulb sits like this. It's got like a cup base, and it's got a domed top. And there's a glass tube, like an ampule, and inside it is a liquid that's colored in like blue, amber, green.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them. I've never had
And they bubble like when they warm up.
them. Yeah. Yeah, like mini lava lamps.
Kinda, yeah, exactly.
I've seen them, never had them.
Yeah, we had those. We saw them on sale one time, and so we bought a bunch, and now I have a whole box full of them.
Oh, another fun thing that we had. So growing up, we had a fireplace, but it wasn't like a usable fireplace because the chimney didn't exist. It was kind of just like an aesthetic one. Because when they took out the chimney, they were just too lazy to take out the fireplace, I guess. I don't know. That was before my parents got it, by the way. But we used to put we had this little sleeping Santa that we'd put in the fireplace, and he would snore jingle bells when he was turned on. And he'd have his little boot, and he came with like little boots that you put next to the bed, and a little calendar that you hang on the corner of the bed and stuff. And his chest moves up and down, and he's just sort of sleeping there.
Oh yeah.
Super cute. Yeah, he would go. And I don't know why, but like sleeping on the couch with that going just got me to bed. Got me to fall asleep so quick. It's...
Oh man, I want that so bad. Oh. I was looking up the Star Trek ornaments just to see like everything that they had, and they have one of the Enterprise A, where like the warp nacelles and the deflector dish light up, and I'm like, I want it.
Oh, that's
Wait,
cool.
Enterprise.
That would be so cool.
I think I have that one too. I think I have all of them. Like,
Yeah, I'm seeing all these ones I didn't even realize they made. Like they have one for the Enterprise E. I didn't even know they made them that long. But
I got one for the. Is the E the one that Janeway was in?
No.
no.
Janeway
that's
was
Voyager.
in
Voyager's
a
the Intrepid class.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Enterprise E is from first appearance was Star Trek First Contact. It's a sovereign class
right.
ship.
I've got a bunch of them, man. It's like a whole like apple crate full of just Star Trek ornaments.
I would say it's the last badass looking Enterprise, as far as I know, because the one after it, supposedly, it just looks like a pizza cutter.
Yeah.
Oh, well, technically, if you go by the Picard timeline, we've had 2 more Enterprises since then. One of them I'm really, really not a fan of.
Speaking of pizza cutters, I think I'm gonna go buy a pizza.
Nice.
All right.
Sorry, but I think I must bid you farewell. You all have.
Don't be sorry. It's not your show. You're just a guest. You can leave whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah, well, kick me out of
Yeah,
here.
we're the ones stuck here. Mostly me.
I love you guys. Take it easy, all right?
Love you too, buddy.
All right.
Take care, man.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Sir.
Jables and Sir could leave just about whenever they want.
The one that you're referring to, Rimshee, is the Enterprise J from that one episode of Star Trek Enterprise.
Yep,
I think
Yeah.
it's like a Universe class ship is what it's called.
something like that, yeah.
Also, Rimshee, I can't leave whenever I want. I'm the talent. I'm not allowed to leave. Sir can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Fuck you too.
Yeah. Well, no, sir, you're here because Rimshee's busy like running the show and stuff. So when I say stuff to him, sometimes it doesn't always click because he's doing something else.
Yeah. I'm busy making sure the shun sometimes hose.
Yeah.
And admit it, the only reason I'm here is because I'm the bitter asshole who's occasionally funny.
Well, you're able to get combative with us, so that is a plus.
I'm not afraid to fight you fuckers on anything.
Wait, hold on. I am curious. Do I have that? Yeah, I do.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I was like, I have to have that as a soundbite. It's a classic thing. All right, let's fight.
Well, you want to fight about it?
Ready, fight!
Yeah.
I'm a messy bitch and I live for the drama.
This is true.
Oh, the drama. You are nothing but drama.
It's not my fault. Things keep happening around me. Except for that one thing. That was definitely my fault. But like other than that,
I think that one thing isn't your fault. I think it's them being sensitive little bitches.
oh, I was talking about something different, but yeah.
Complete the fifth.
I was talking more about the Genjamin
Benjamin.
Well, you would never have to feel sorry about that anyway.
I
Why would
still
you
don't.
feel
That's
sorry
why
about that?
That's why I said it. I still don't feel sorry about it.
Good.
It's not like Gingerman watches this show anyway.
And it was funny.
It was funny.
Everybody agreed. That was a great joke. Except for Genjamin.
Well, when you're a sensitive little bitch.
The less said about that individual, the better.
Yeah.
Anyway, who wants to talk about nukes?
Yeah.
I did recently rewatch Fallout. So I'm done to talk about
Well.
nukes.
Yeah, I heard you tried to get Pav to come in and help you convince Sir to watch it, and Pav was like, No, it's bad.
It's not bad.
Okay, Jables, you don't have to defend it.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, yeah, this is like, I don't try to convince people to watch Harry Potter because I understand that I was the target audience and it caught me at the right time. I don't know. Fallout's kind of similar with that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good show. I'm stoked for the next season.
Yeah. Just like I don't
Yeah.
try to defend Star Trek the motion picture. It
Yeah,
ain't
it's kind
for
of funny
everybody.
how
It's
I
really
liked it.
fucking slow, and the pacing isn't great in a lot of spots. But
it's kind of
love
funny
that
how
little-
ironically the target audience for Fallout is not the fandom that pre-existed.
Yeah, but there's a lot of fan service within it as well. That's like,
We're not gonna start this conversation again.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm not going to have this conversation with people that haven't watched it. That's my thing. Like, watch it, come back with like real criticisms that you don't get from
Why would I
somebody
want to
else,
give
and then-
them money? Give them views.
They already have enough views. Your one view is not going to fucking matter.
One more Jew's not really gonna fucking matter then, too, right? That's just
Also,
that sort
I
of
don't
argument.
I also don't
That's-
just watch
You
other
know what?
people's breakdowns. I've read all the plot synopsises. I watched individual scenes for further context. I refuse to watch this show.
No,
It would only make me upset.
yeah, that's on you. You're seeing everything else. I'm not.
I don't need to watch a Serbian film to know it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but it's. No, Serbian film is a fucked up movie. I don't think anybody should watch that.
I know what happens in that movie.
Yeah,
I know the plot. I never need to see that film.
Yeah, but saying. No, that's it's non-comparable. Like I don't.
Jables, I get it. You like the Fallout show. I don't fucking care.
Yes, and I was trying to move on by saying if you guys haven't seen the show, I don't want to talk to you guys about it because you haven't even given it a proper chance. So
And that's the point that's at issue. Haven't given it a proper chance based on your definition is not the same as giving it a proper chance based on ours. Looking at the scenes at issue, looking at the lore comparisons, looking at the problems the show creates, and just coming to the conclusion that it's all not worth watching.
It's a fucking television show. I don't fucking owe it a chance.
I'm not saying you owe it a chance.
It's just like you're like, oh, you can't.
I don't
hold
on. No, actually, this is actually analogous to something that I've been working through my brain recently with like lazy comedy. Like when I hear a comedian go, I don't know what's up with transgender people. I don't know what a trans man or a trans woman is. If it can be solved within a 5-second Google search, it's fucking lazy ass comedy. your strong opinions about the show are, I think, unwarranted if you haven't even tried to actually watch it. And so I don't necessarily want to have the conversation with you about the show because you haven't given it a legit chance. You can see everything outside of it all you want, but those could also be giving you a vastly distorted view of what the show actually is. I don't know everything that you watched. I know a couple of people that you have seen who have a weird view of what the show actually is
In your
that I don't
opinion.
think is accurate. Yes, in my opinion, because I watched the show. So
And
I
I've
can
watched enough
criticize
clips
that
to
person.
know that it fucks with the lore, and I don't want to give it a fucking chance. Because it legitimately
Okay,
fucks with the lore.
That's fine. That's why I don't want to talk about the show with you guys. Because if you haven't watched it, then I don't value your opinion on it.
So basically, you're saying unless I subject myself to this shit, I'll never have a legitimate opinion in your eyes.
You can have an opinion based on like everything.
A specified legitimate. Can he or can he not have a legitimate opinion? Yes or no?
He can have a legitimate opinion, yes.
There's no problem here.
Because I'll. Well, here, let me qualify that statement a little bit.
It was a yes or no question, Jables.
Yeah, and I'm gonna clarify it a little bit. Yeah, opinions are legitimate. You can have a legitimate opinion. But if you haven't watched a show, I don't want to talk about the show with you because all you see is what other people say about the show. Instead of actually taking the time for yourself, which you don't have to do. And I don't. My point is, you know what? This is a great segue. Rimshee, I put a screenshot in topics. The one that you replied to with a question mark.
All right. It's on screen.
Yeah. The movies are better. It actually has substance. Even if I
This
had not read the
fucking
books.
comment.
This is not the comment I'm making.
I know that's not the comment that you're making. I just wanted to transition to something more fun that we could just like joke about. This was made about Harry Potter. The movies had more substance. Fucking ridiculous statement. The video games have more substance with Fallout. I will say that.
Oh, there's also, to be fair, in that specific case, there is a huge difference between a TV show which has to, or only has a set amount of time to do it in, and a video game where you could spread out the substance across an entire world and not fully, not have to explore every single bit of it within a time frame. Everyone can explore it at their own pace. So, I'll agree. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just making my point is I'm making the argument in this case in favor of the show because it's not exactly the same.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but saying that the movies have more substance is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not saying that Fallout is a great show. I'm saying that it's a fun.
I'm not okay. So I think that's a slight misreading of this quote. They're saying the movies has substance even if you haven't read the book. It does. I will say it does sound like they're saying the movies have more substance, but it's not an exact statement you can pull out of this.
Yeah,
I
but
do get
saying
where
the
you're coming
movies-
from on
the
it, though.
movies have more substance.
It's saying the movies are better. It actually has substance, even if I have not read the books. So it's to me, it sounds like they're saying, at best, it has equal amounts of substance to the books, not necessarily more. That the movies can stand alone. I mean, I could be wrong on this. This is just how I'm seeing it. I'm not necessarily seeing what you're seeing.
Yeah, I'm reading this as this person that commented did not read the books, and they're like, the
Oh
movies
yeah,
actually
guaranteed.
have
They didn't
substance.
read the books.
Yeah.
But you know,
Do you
the
know
fact that
the
they
amount
are
of
making
times
us-
Do you know the amount of times I've had to explain Harry Potter shit to people that have only watched the movies? Where it's like, oh well, why did this happen? Oh well, that's because this isn't. And that's like, just
Is this
stuff in
is
the
this
book.
about Harry Potter, or because we are missing some context here?
This is about Harry Potter specifically.
Oh yeah. In that specific instance, yeah, the movies may have substance, but they are missing certain things to it. I haven't even finished reading the books. I think I read up to the end of book 4.
Here's the primary problem here, in my mind. This individual is making a declarative statement. They are saying the movies are better. They actually have substance, even if I have not read the books. So you are making a declarative statement when you have no basis for comparison.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
That
Yeah,
was the point I was getting
that
at.
first part, the movies are better. That is, you have no leeway there if you haven't read the books. If you read the books and you still think the movies are better, sure, it's your fucking opinion. Whatever, bro.
Yeah, don't
But
get me
you
wrong.
can't
I
compare
like the
these
movies.
films to their source material if you don't know the source material. You're making a declarative statement with no fucking basis of comparison. Also, I'm not even going to get into the whole thing about the fact that, you know, if anything, if you really want to pull this card, the films lack substance compared to the source material just because of how much substance has to be cut for runtime.
Like,
Yeah,
a
and
lot of
don't get me
people
wrong,
think that...
I like the movies. I have a fun
They were
time
fine.
with them.
Like, okay, this isn't specific to Harry Potter, but, like, books in general. A lot of people think that books have to be, like, 19-hour affairs to match perfectly everything in the film, or everything in the books. But the movies and TV shows, you don't realize how much you can cut out of the book just by the visual medium alone. I mean, every description of an outfit can be distilled into, here it is on screen.
Yeah.
Every description of an action can be distilled down to, here it is on screen.
I'll use the book John Dies at the End as a perfect example of this. The movie adaptation of that is fantastic. Everything that was cut out was purely for time. and I totally understood it. Had zero problems with anything that they cut out from the book. Like there's a whole there's like a whole chapter of that book where they go to Las Vegas and stuff. I'm not gonna get too into it. Zombies are involved. It's weird. But yeah, no, that is a perfect example of cutting things out purely for time, but keeping the integrity of the story together. It's the integrity of the story that really matters.
Yeah. You know,
I was paying
As I said
attention, but I
before-
was also trying to kill a fly. Sorry.
in a previous show, it's like, you know, Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, the extended editions.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that these are really long movies, and they are long movies. And if you're watching them all three back to back, that's 11 hours and 23 minutes of runtime.
No, the extended editions are about 14 hours.
No, they're not.
I've done it.
I just looked it up, Jables, on
Ah,
Google. 683 minutes
For the extended?
I'm gonna
Yes,
double
for
check.
all three of them.
Yeah, Jamie, pull that up.
Just Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, to be clear.
Yeah.
In total, the extended editions of all three movies have combined clocks in at the staggering 726 minutes, or 12 hours and 6 minutes.
All right, so we meet in the middle.
Okay, that's still not 14.
Okay, yeah. But it's not 11. We'll meet in the middle.
I refuse this. We were
What?
both wrong.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know what Rimshee's is based on, because I don't know if that's including credits.
Yeah, that's another factor. Are you including credits?
Yeah,
Are
if
you...
you're not, if you're not including credits, that cuts off a lot of time because there's a lot of
Yeah, I was
people
gonna say,
involved in those movies.
I'm thinking that the 683 minutes that I found is just referring to the films and not the credits.
Okay, yeah, because that cuts out like an hour off of each film. Because
Yeah.
so many people were involved.
Minus credits.
But
Yeah, minus credits, it looks like 11 hours, 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what I said.
Okay. There, that's fair.
Fuck you, I was right. Fuck you, I was right. Anyway,
I was including the credits. I was wrong.
but my point was, it's like really long movies. If you're watching the extended editions back to back, that's 11 hours of your time, 11 and a half hours of your time gone.
Yeah.
If you were doing audiobooks, like just listening to audiobooks of the 3 Lord of the Rings books with nothing cut out of them, you're looking at like 54 hours.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
You can only do so much with film.
Yeah, but to be fair, with
Which,
the Lord of the
hold
Rings
on,
books, a
hold
fair...
on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Which is why for the next adaptation of Harry Potter, they've decided to go with a long-running television series because it gives you more time.
Yes, and I'm still nervous about that.
I don't
Now,
blame you. I really
There
don't.
are some exceptions to the statement you just made. Like, you look at the Holes movie compared to the Holes book, the largest difference between the two adaptations... The book was the original, for anyone wondering. But the largest difference
Yes.
between the two adaptations is Stanley doesn't go to Camp Fat. In the
Yeah,
book,
like-
Stanley goes to Camp Fat, and get skinny over the course of time that he's there. Whereas in the movie, they weren't about to make Shia LaBeouf start out fat and then lose weight for the film. So they said, you're just going to camp as you are.
Yeah.
But like that's the major as far as I'm aware, that's the major difference between the two. It has been a while since I've read the book, but from what I remember.
But, you know, like I said, I understand Jables' concerns.
Oh yeah, those are valid as fuck.
Hollywood. And also, we just recently had an incident, like we had an example, I should say, with Netflix. They do their live action Avatar: The Last Airbender, and while they technically have more runtime than the animated show they're basing it on, they accomplish less in that time. It's actually astounding.
Yeah, and like the energy and the feeling wasn't conveyed. It was all wrong.
Like, oh, we have more time.
I liked all of the casting choices. I think those were pretty good.
Oh yeah,
but
it was much better than that fucking movie.
Yeah, and I think
that movie doesn't exist. Fuck you.
No, we're not talking about the movie. We're talking about the Netflix live edit.
I know, but he brought it up briefly.
I did.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one.
Exactly. That movie doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You don't exist.
Actually, one of my favorite things is reaction channels that go through Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then their audience makes them watch the live-action movie that nobody talks about.
Oh no!
And just seeing them get
Cruel
mad,
bastards.
and just seeing them just get furious. It's
like,
one of the funniest things I can think of, and it's one of the most evil things an audience can force a creator to do. I remember going to see that in theaters and leaving before it ended. I've only left 2 movies before they ended. It was that one and the first Hunger Games movie.
The closest I've ever come to walking out on a film was Alvin and the Chipmunks: The Squeakquel. A movie that I didn't want to see and didn't want to be there for.
Yeah, that's on you for going there in the first place. Was it for like a younger family member or something, or did you just not have anything to do?
I got dragged along. This was before I had my own transportation.
Oh, okay.
So the only time I've ever wanted to walk out on a film was I don't even remember which one it was, but it was one of the Twilight movies.
Nice.
Like,
I think you can guess right now. Yes, there was a girl involved at the time.
like,
Well, yeah, I read all the books because, girl.
Yeah. I've had some miserable fucking theater experiences the last few years. Like, seeing Last Jedi, that was really bad. And it's like, oh, let's go watch The Predator. That really fucking sucked.
Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it to go to the theater anymore.
Well,
It's like, oh, Alien Covenant. Oh, fuck you. God damn it, Ridley Scott should retire.
I will say that I agree with you, Jables. It doesn't seem worthwhile, but at the same time, I don't think that's because of the theaters themselves. It's purely on Hollywood for not making films that are worth watching.
Yeah, also for me, I'm looking at racking up about $100 just to go see a movie by myself. So
I agree with Rimshee's point a bit. Best movie I've seen in the last few years was a Japanese movie.
Best Hollywood movie I've seen in the past few years was Top Gun Maverick, I think.
Yes, I did see Top Gun Maverick. That was probably the best Hollywood film I've seen in the last few years.
There's a reason I specified.
Dina and I watched the latest Kong and Godzilla movie last night.
Oh, fuck it.
I had a great time.
New Order, something like that.
New Empire.
New Empire, yeah.
I had a good time. I don't know.
It looks like really dumb action schlock. But yeah,
It kind of is, but it's fun. It's a monster movie. What are you expecting?
Oh, no. Trust me, I am a Godzilla fan. I've watched pretty much every Godzilla movie ever made. And I can tell you with certainty that Godzilla movies back in the day got goofy as shit.
Yeah. I'll tell you this about it. They did a really good job of like conveying communication without words. Shout out to the little mini gorilla. I call him Diddy Kong at this point. And they no, I think they did a really good job. The special effects aren't the best. Everything is very obviously CG.
Yeah,
and
like,
like
like
but no,
they never got as
it was.
good.
Dina and I had a very fun time watching it.
Like the legendary Godzilla movies, like they have never been like they peaked with the first one, which was Gareth Edwards' Godzilla back in 2014. And a lot of people didn't like that movie. It's like, oh, there's not enough Godzilla, and it's like you're just telling me you've never seen a Godzilla movie.
You should watch the latest one.
Because I might at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. Just other stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm not saying rush to it. I'm just saying it's a fun time.
Like I saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, and my opinion on that movie is bad. It's not a good movie. The monster fights were really fun though. That's kind of my opinion on Kong Skull Island too. Monster sequences are fun. Not a great movie.
Yeah, it's a monster movie. You're there for the monster scene. That's what this one is too.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
about
you
to spoil
can
something
have
for
a
you real
monster
quick,
movie
but, like,
with good writing. Like they're not
I don't-
mutually exclusive.
yeah, I don't think the writing's terrible.
You know, like an example, another Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1, excellent movie, very good writing, monster movie, but still.
I haven't seen it. I don't know how to read.
Yeah, that is a bit of it's unless they release a dub for that movie, I understand why it's hard for people.
Yeah, like I can't keep up. The main reason I haven't seen it, I can't keep up with it because like I can do
Wait,
I can do subtitles here or there. Like Lord of the Rings, there's plenty of subtitles, but it doesn't take up the entire movie. I'm not spending the entire time reading subtitils.
Yeah, I'm not
not able to watch the
reading
movie.
Subtitles all the time. Hold on. Wait.
My brain can process words and images at the same time.
We need.
No, it's not that I can't do that.
Stop. There's something we need to address immediately. Y2KW said, I wanted to walk out on Emperor's New Groove, but I was babysitting my cousin's kid while his mom and my sister watched something that didn't suck.
I can't agree with that sentiment.
No, Y2K, you are in the
minority.
Yeah. Emperor's New
Now, like,
Groove
is
is a
it in
great
the-
movie.
Is it in the like very top echelon of Disney films? No.
No.
Still good though. I thought it was fine.
But, I mean, I will say this. In his favor, there's a huge difference between going and watching that because you're like, oh, this looks interesting, versus watching it because you're babysitting someone else's kid.
Yeah, and also, like, Emperor's New Groove, it's a movie, like, if I was just, like, hanging out at somebody's house and it happened to be on TV, I'll sit down on the couch and check it out. I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
there's a huge difference there.
Like-
When you're captured, when you're a captured audience because you're babysitting someone else's kid and you're in a movie theater, you're just not going to be enjoying yourself the same way.
I was 25 when I had to watch it. I was not the target. Y2K, are you 100 years old? Is that... You could have been my babysitter at that point. Like...
Also, another thing always in the favor of Emperor's New Groove, we got glorious
Y2K
memes
turns
because of
50
Kronk.
next year. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
a year away from being dirt worm food.
Yeah,
They just steps out his door and immediately turns to dust.
it's over for you, man.
Blows away in
You
the
can't even
wind.
go out in public anymore. Everybody hates you. Like, oh wait, no, he's Canadian. He has healthcare. He'll be fine for another 50
Healthcare.
years.
Have you considered maid?
Oh shit. That's the kind of dark humor we need.
Yeah, wait, Y2K, when I was your age, I had a fucking cyborg leg. Oh, that could be a fun bit we could do on the show. Dude, when I was your age to older people. And just talk about all the technological advancements that might happen.
Oh, have you
That's a
ever gotten
really
your,
funny bit.
have you ever gotten your niece to start asking questions she wants answers to?
What?
Your niece was gonna pose questions to us for us to answer or something, wasn't she?
Yeah, no, she hasn't gotten around to it. There's stuff going on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Like melting crayons.
Yeah, Y2K, when I was your age, I already uploaded my consciousness to the cloud.
Go live
Yeah,
forever,
when,
bitch.
when I was your age, I went full cyber.
Yeah. When I was your age, they cured aging, so I'm gonna live forever.
You know,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, they say that the
Replace them
first
with
person to
robot
live to
ones.
150 has already been born.
They've been saying that for the last, like, 20 or 30 years.
They have. Does that mean it's not true?
It's impossible to tell until somebody lives to that
Exactly.
long. Like,
It's just like Schrodinger's
Yeah.
cat. You don't know until it happens.
yeah.
Until
I was
it's
gonna say, and
observed.
assuming it's not one of us, we're gonna be dead before that happens. So
Pray for the outcome you want, boys.
Hey, Y2K, as a 31-year-old that deals with sciatica, no, I totally don't see Cyberpunk as a weird dystopia, and I do see it as a way to get rid of my fucking leg.
I see it as a way to not have an arthritic ankle.
Yeah,
yeah,
Rimshee
as-
walked off a
I
plane
was
once,
kinda
and now
saying
he's
it-
fucked for life.
as I was kind of saying a minute ago, it's like if there was an operation that like didn't have any long-term effects, where it's just like, yeah, we're just going to remove both of your defective ass feet and replace them with robot ones that will never cause you pain or make you get tired. It's like, fucking sign me up.
You know, I just
How much
realized
of the
all
leg
three
do
of
you
us,
need?
I just realized that right now, all three of us cannot walk properly because of all of our different ailments.
We're all old, crotchety old people.
Like, it's
No, like-
legitimately painful for me to get out of bed in the morning because of the sciatica. Rimshee walked off a plane, so he's got long distance things from that. Sir, you got whatever the fuck you got.
I have badly fallen arches in both feet, and my Achilles tendons are too short.
Yeah.
I mean, one option could be to remove only part of the foot and just have the two small toes replaced.
I know what you're talking about. Oh, that was retarded. Damn it, I can't say that word.
I'll
Oh,
send
you
it. I'll
know
send the
what, to
picture
that-
to you, Jables.
What?
Yes,
One
Tom.
moment, Jables.
What?
I don't want to put it on screen because I don't want to blast the person who drew this, but it's dumb.
That's not how cybernetics work.
No. It's not how explosions would damage you either.
Also, I would need that to go up to the hip. That's where the problems are. Right here.
Like, you can make the claim that there's magic involved all you want. No, you would just replace the entire foot, the entire calf, and be done with it. You would not stop
I
at
didn't
two
even
small
see the-
toes.
I didn't even see the other foot where it's just like the two toes. I was looking at
And then the
everything else,
back
and I was
half
like,
of the
yeah,
leg.
that, and I was looking at everything else, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of how cybernetics work. I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that foot thing in the calf.
Also,
No.
the torso one is pretty egregious.
The torso one you might be able to make an explanation for,
I thought that was just.
but
I thought that might have just been like a weird belt or something. Jesus Christ.
No.
That's one of those pictures. The more you look at it, the more you find wrong with it.
yeah, I tried talking
Yeah,
to
at
the
first
person and
glance, it's
explaining. I tried explaining some of the issues, starting with the foot, and the response was, "Well, there's magic involved. It's based on
No.
it's based on this golem that the mages in this world I'm writing about are make use of."
No. but
You can make that
no,
claim
no, no,
all
no,
you
no,
want.
no.
It's a fundamental misunderstanding of actual biology and cybernetics.
Also, you
I'll
don't
get
even
even more
need,
basal than that. It just looks
you-
stupid.
You don't even need magic involved with that. I can explain the toe and the calf thing very easily. Everything that was put on has little microfiber things that latch on to the tissues of the existing leg. Boom.
Yeah, but
done.
if you're gonna be, because that's
Science-
one
science
cybernetic
battle
that
solved.
runs. That's one the issue with your statement is that cybernetic runs from the toes along the foot up the calf.
Yes.
And there is no reason for you to replace a couple of toes and a section of the foot. It would be far easier and more effective and cost effective to just replace the fucking foot in its entirety.
Or just have a prosthetic.
Exactly, you replace the entire foot with a prosthetic in its entirety.
No, I mean like.
All right,
Like,
hold
not
on.
even
No. Hold on.
I was saying a prosthetic.
I'm
for the
telling
toes.
you how I would explain this away. I'm not without magic. I'm not telling you what's retarded about it.
No, I wasn't saying he was.
I'm just saying there's still issues with that because you're missing stuff. And yeah, you're not gonna see it on screen because I don't want the person to see their art. Not that they will. And I don't want people to see the art and then go looking for this person and talk mad shit. I don't want to put them on blast.
Could you tell me in chat who this was?
They are in another server.
Yeah, but like in our DMs, could you just like type out the name of
Yeah. Give me a moment.
I think I know who it
Okay,
is,
just
but
a
I'm not entirely
question.
sure.
It's like, what's wrong with the back of the calf in this case? It's like, if it's just a covering, like Jables is speculating, it's like, well, why didn't you just do a
Well,
skin
no,
graft,
I
bro?
never said it was a cover. It filled in the places, but it meshes with the organic. It has like little tendrils that grab onto the skin and all the veins and stuff. I'm not.
You drinking your water, dog? You. Damn, we never did talk about nuclear power. Fuck.
Nuclear power is awesome. I've been pro-nuclear
Well, we'll
power
go
guy for
more
about
in
10
depth
years.
at some point in another show, but like we've touched on it a few times, so not going over it again isn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. No, I
We
think
will, don't get me
nuclear
wrong.
Power.
But
I think the public perception of nuclear power is atrocious, and it has restricted nuclear power plants from upgrading. There's still nuclear power plants that run on fucking floppy drives, which is insane.
well, it's kind of like how the oil industry, we export basically all of the oil we drill for, and we import all of the oil we use and refine, because our refineries are set up for black oil, not red oil, and we have a shit ton of red oil.
Yeah, and like I said, public perception is fucked when it comes to nuclear power, and I find
And a
it
big
shame.
part of that is bad actors in high places deliberately sabotaging the public perception.
Yeah. Oh, this nuclear power plant had a meltdown. That could happen to you. Generally, no. They have a lot of safety stuff in place.
Hell, the
like,
three worst.
Even Fukushima was like. That was.
It was
extreme circumstances. There was poor maintenance, even though everybody that worked there was asking for upgrades on everything. And then a fucking tsunami hit it. Okay, those are extreme circumstances.
Hell, even
Every
of the
accident is a
three.
chain. Hold on. Every accident is a chain of small failures compounding upon one another.
Yeah, even Chernobyl.
Well, there was
Yeah,
also
honestly,
a lot
of the
negligence
three-
involved with Chernobyl.
The three
Deliberate
worst nuclear power plant accidents in history. The only one that resulted in nuclear fallout being released was Chernobyl. I'm not saying that there weren't
not-
health. Being released from within.
A lot of radiation got released into the surrounding ocean from Fukushima.
Yeah,
It
but
fucked up
but
wildlife and
fallout versus fallout versus the radioactive. Oh wait, yeah. But even Fukushima wasn't
it
that
was legit
bad.
recommended to me that I don't eat fish because I live on the West Coast.
Like the method of release was different, but
Yeah.
the fact remains that like a bunch of radioactive material got released.
But even so, it was nowhere near as bad as Chernobyl. Chernobyl was the absolute worst. But those are the 3 worst ones. And the 3rd worst didn't release fucking, like... you don't get these major meltdowns, you don't get these major fallout events from nuclear power plant issues most of the time.
And, like, Y2K and W, because of everybody's fear of nuclear power, because of the whole nuclear bomb thing, the nuclear power plant can go up at any time. It won't. But because of that fear, no funding goes to the nuclear power plants, and they're, even in the US, they run on fucking floppy drives. It's ridiculous. Also, fun fact, you get more radiation sleeping next to a person than you do living down the street from a nuclear power plant. So, enjoy that little fun fact. That's why I sleep alone every night. But I have a pillow.
Also, to answer your question, Y2K, red oil. The difference between red oil and black oil is just black oil tends to contain asphaltenes or whatever the fuck that's called, whereas red oil contains resins and other non-hydrocarbon components. It's just the crude that's coming out of the ground, what the impurities are.
Oh.
Yeah. By the way, Fukushima was also a 7. On the, what's the scale called? I'm trying to remember.
The how do we make Godzilla scale?
It's the, International Nuclear and Radiological Events Scale, or INES for short.
Alright.
7 is the top of the scale, a major accident.
Yeah, there have been only 3 on the 7 scale.
And only Chernobyl and Fukushima.
Chernobyl had true fallout. Fukushima, they had to make a choice there, and the choice is what allowed the nuclear, the radioactive material to escape.
You know, one thing that I really liked about the aftermath of Fukushima is a lot of Japan's elderly population just sort of volunteered to go and help clean up the area. They're like, we're gonna die soon anyway. Like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're at a point where cancer's not a problem. Cancer's something you get over a lifetime. Oh, I got irradiated? There's the possibility I could get cancer within the next 10 years? I had that possibility already.
Yeah.
2 of the 3 largest nuclear accidents happened in Russia, so...
Or in... What was the other one that happened in Russia?
The Kishtim disaster at Mayak Chemical Combine. It was a level 6.
Was that in true Russia or Soviet Russia?
It happened in the Soviet Union, but Mayak is true. It happened in 1957. A failed cooling system at a military nuclear waste reprocessing facility caused an explosion with equivalent to 70 to 100 tons of TNT. About 70 to 80 metric tons of highly radioactive material were carried into the surrounding environment. At least 22 villages were evacuated.
Yeah. This is the issue with communism. It doesn't work.
Yeah, Russia is incompetent. With that, I have to say, it's been a good show.
Yeah, we'll get more in depth with nuclear power at another time.
Yeah, maybe next week. I don't know. We're all pro-nuclear shit here. Like, I fucking hate the stigma.
Yep.
I've been your host, Rimshee. With me, as always, Rimshee and Sir's watching. Follow me on Twitter at Jables Boogly.
I'm sorry.
Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. I don't know. I'm supposed to do calls to action. So.
Jables is now officially Rimshee's clone.
Really?
Your words, not mine.
I said I'm Jables Boogly. I didn't say I was Rimshee.
No, you said I've been your host, Rimshee. With me, as always, Rimshee. And then you
No.
said, sir. That is exactly what you said.
Whatever. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Fine then.
Night all.
In the show.